Well, Shay, a lot riding on the judge's order here and upcoming testimony next week, especially for Kentuckians whose appointments were canceled soon after the Supreme Court's order came down last week. Judge Mitch Perry called this decision both a close call and something he'd have to wrestle with. Regardless, he knows time is ticking and that many Kentuckians are waiting to see what they have access to in the coming days.
I'm going to try to do it later today or first thing tomorrow. But I want to think about it.
And both pro-choice and anti-abortion groups, Perry said he'd quickly decide whether to issue a temporary restraining order on 2 Kentucky abortion bans. It would open up the procedure for several days while the courtroom hears testimony next week.
Witnesses and more proof to support our claims for why these laws should be blocked.
Attorneys for both the ACLU and the Attorney General's office met for the first hearing in a lawsuit that claims the right to abortions are protected in the state constitution.
Kentucky courts have actually held that our privacy right is more protective and is broader and has been held to protect things that even the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, wasn't yet protecting.
ACLU of Kentucky's staff attorney spoke to us after the hearing.
There's irreparable harm being suffered here by patients who are either going to be forced to carry pregnancies to term against their will, possibly against doctors' orders.
Meanwhile, the AG's office is staying firm, saying no fundamental right to abortion is contained within the state constitution. Kentucky's Right to Life and the Family Foundation giving their side.
Right now, lives are being saved here in the Commonwealth, and anything that undoes that would do irreparable harm to the Commonwealth and to the babies in the womb.
From abortion advocates' side, the lawsuit is on behalf of Louisville's 2 abortion clinics and a healthcare provider. The AG's office argues non-mothers can't argue their own rights are being violated.
They were not in the courtroom whatsoever. It was the business entities that perform these services that were there.
Regardless, the judge will decide next week whether to then issue a longer-term temporary injunction following testimony. Essentially, we're looking at the hold before another potential hold as a decision on the lawsuit is made. Again, the judge's first decision could come down at any moment within the next day or so. Meanwhile, abortion advocates say clinics would be ready to go immediately for what we're told is possibly a couple hundred people waiting for services. Here live in downtown Louisville tonight, Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.